Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Tyler, and this is my tabletop. Today we are working on our fourth building in the TTCombat Rural Village series. This is building 037. It's a single floor house, so this one should go a little bit faster. We are starting off on the step one, if you're following along. It's the roof supports. They are a little different than the what it shows in the directions on their website. Looks like they adjusted the uh, mold, the cut file a little bit. That seems to be pretty normal in what I've seen so far in these kits, as you guys have seen. They make minor adjustments to the kits, flipping, mirroring walls, stuff like that. Without changing their instructions. It's not a big deal, just I would read through the instructions completely while you've got the parts out so that you can see where things have changed. And now I am attaching pieces. This one went together better than the last set of roof. The last roof. The last roof's tongue and grooves were a real struggle. This one, they fit well. They were actually a little on the loose side, although with glue and a little bit of patience, it's not that big a deal. I do apologize for taking it off camera, apparently. And we're gonna speed up just a bit while I fidget with it off camera, but it does go together pretty quick. And that's it for the roof. And we are now on step 3. And this is really a part where I consistently do this wrong. If I were doing this slowly, not on camera, where my head is pretty much entirely on filming, you really need to dry fit these before you start putting them together. Especially with the walls on the floors. Certain kits, they need to be put together. The walls need to be put together in a certain order so that the tongue and grooves fit together. Like you'll see that I'm gonna have to fight with it a little bit right here because of the way that the tongue and grooves are set up. And what I should have done is put this front panel on first before I put this side wall that's got the grooves on it. Yeah, like that. It's slotted in okay, but I could have saved myself a little bit of trouble. That's another door, which I am going to magnetize at some point. I may record it, I may not. And oops, and glued it to the table. Okay, I'm going to interrupt my video for just a brief second and explain a mistake I made in removing the MDF panels that you should really be careful not to make. If you look over on the left, you can sort of see, I know it's kind of dark because of the way I took this still, that you have the wooden supports for the roof and they are filled in, whereas on the right hand side they are popped out. If you are making this kit, try to remember not to pop the ones on the right hand side out. There's nothing to fill those in the kit, and so there is now an open air gap in my roof that I'm going to have to fill in later. So back to our regularly scheduled video. Alright, and now for slightly more sped up bits. We're attaching the front porch and then the, I guess the roof supports for the front porch. And then we'll attach the gribblies to the right-hand side that I had pointed out. And you can see it over in the top right corner of the video that it is open, which is the point I was making, is that there is nothing there on mine. I should not have popped them out. But I'll fix it with a piece of cardboard or something like that, and it'll look fine. Yeah, you can see that the front porch bricks did not actually stick where they were, so I have to let gravity do the work. And gonna let it sit. And now we are moving on to the flower pots, the window flower pots this building has. And just like the other ones, they are a little oddly sized, just a little tiny fraction of an inch. You can do much better than I'm doing. I'm being very quick and loose about it. I'm sitting here watching this after having recorded the video for putting together the hotel that has probably 20 some odd windows in it. So I am watching this 3 window and missing it quite a bit, because you will see later on that the windows, having fewer windows is nice. Anyway, back to this current assembly. And they're normal shutters as usual. Try and line them up straight with the edges of the windows. And then I figure out where I want to put the downspout, which it doesn't really matter a whole lot. The instructions, which we're currently sitting on step 11, just says somewhere on the back between 2 of the connection points for the floor and the wall. So, and here is the I guess the crown of the roof flashing. I don't know. This assembly is where I figured out what that part was on the bakery. after I finished filming this, I went back and put the bakery's roof flashing on now that I figured out what it was for. Because this one, the instructions actually say what they're used for. And I don't really hold it against TTCombat. It's a simple oversight, probably during a minor change to the kit. It's no big deal. I figured it out. And with the chimney on the bakery, I figured it out by looking at the image on the box, which is different than, which appears to have been taken using the current kit as opposed to the instructions. Anyway, we got the flashing on. It's a little finicky, especially when your fingers are sticking to it, but there we go. And for assembling the chimney, which is steps 15 through 18, we're gonna go to much more rapid video because it took a little bit and it was giving me some trouble because my fingers were covered in super glue, and so it wound up being off camera because anytime I struggle with things, I bring them closer to my face, and so you can't see them, which is all well and good. Now the good news is that unlike some of these other chimneys, this one went into the holes pretty well straight up, which you'll see in a second. And that will basically finish us out on this kit. There we go. Now I am there. Ta-da! And that's the kit. And overall, it's a nice little kit. I like the little one-story building as much as I like the bigger ones. And you can see in this little turntable what it looks like in scale. That's it for today. Thanks for hanging out. If you like it, share it, subscribe it, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Tyler, and this has been my tabletop, and I will see you guys next time.